Good morning, guys, and welcome back to my channel. So yes, today is a Monday. I'm doing a follow-up video from yesterday. There's even still a fall right here. So it's a good place to start. As I explained yesterday, I was really tired, guys, so I couldn't get everything done and prepared to make a video in time. So this is where we were yesterday, so you can take things a bit slower today and get a real update on the birds. So these guys, they had laid back, but the eggs wasn't fertile. I think the reason for that was that I was giving them a lot of medicine during the time that they had the chick that I wanted to really boost its system. So I could have let them go back to laying right away. I could have done that. These guys up here sound like a hurricane. So as I was saying, I could have done that. Normally what I've done is if a pair of birds lay infertile eggs, that's the best way to put it, I would normally let them set on it at least a week, because you can test the eggs to see if they are fertile once it reaches around 3 days, 3 to 4 days. Yeah, you can test it and you'll know. So I normally give them at least a week. I even make it go up to 2 weeks, just to give the hen its body time to really recover, because the hen will have to go back to create another egg, and it takes a lot of energy out of the bird to create the eggs, a lot of calcium and so forth. So it's always best not to rush them back to laying too soon, right? And as I mentioned, that one of the topics that I want to touch on in this video is actually how you can maximize your breeding season results, as in how much chicks you get and stuff. These guys look so beautiful. A pair of pouter chicks. So these pouter chicks was over here in this nest, pair of pouter, and this is one of my techniques too, or one of the first tip you can look at. Definitely when you're breeding, as you can see, all my birds are fancy pigeons, but some people actually raise normal pigeon to be fosters for their fancy pigeon, which is a very good technique to actually increase. Let me put back these birds. Give me a sec. I'm trying to make sure they're fixed properly. So that's actually a good technique to actually maximize how much increase you'll get in one breeding season. So when the fancy ones lay, they normally switch out those eggs with the normal ones. But for me, what I actually do is, some of my fancy pigeons, some of them are a bit older, which we're going to touch on, and we're going to show you those that I really use for foster very soon. And guys, before I even go on that, because there's so much going on, so let me cycle and get the thing going in a orderly fashion. So these guys, so as I mentioned before, there's a pair of pouter chicks coming up. Very excited about that. Now these guys right here, they are actually back an egg. Now in the last video, I think they were on eggs and those eggs were fertile, right? But based on how they were setting on the eggs, I had to take the eggs from them, because this hen have a weird thing about her. Like, she's on the nest now, she's setting, and everything looks good. But she have a time when she just come off the nest and pull up all the nest, take out the stuff, put them out here, take out the things that we use for the nest, like the grass and the twigs and stuff. She take them out and put them back in, rearrange. It's like she just not comfortable in the nest. So far, she does look comfortable, and I'm hoping that she will stay comfortable. But what I was getting at is that their chicks actually hatched, and it had a weird story about it. Like, guys, I kid you not. Where did I have the eggs first? I'm trying to remember, because even up here, these guys, one of their chicks hatched the other egg. It was in a hatching process and then it ended up spoiled, so the second egg did not hatch out, right? But we did get one from them, which I'm very happy about. I'm going to show you that chick very soon. I've taken away the chick. It wasn't even hatching this nest. What was it? I hatched it in this nest and put it to a different nest. So sometimes what I do, as I said, I don't want to pressure the birds to be laying constantly. So what I normally do sometimes is that this breeding pair that I'm really working with, right, I let them hatch the egg. So they lay, I allow them to hatch the egg, and then now when the egg have hatched, the chick come out, I let them have it about like a day or two. Then now I will switch it to the foster pair. So that's what had happened. So over here, I have the foster nest for both of these guys right here. But as I said, guys, I'm trying to structure this thing in a sense, like everything that had happened. So their first chick hatched out on time and everything was okay. However, the second egg literally, guys, did not hatch until 3 days after. So the first chick hatched out, but I noticed that the second egg, it didn't spoil, but it didn't start picking up yet. As in, like, the eggshell start picking out and stuff for the chick to hatch. That wasn't happening as yet. So I watched it and I left it in the nest. At that time it was up here with these guys, because I'd taken out the first one that hatched and put it in the foster. And oh guys, give me a sec. Yeah guys, sorry about that. So what I was saying is that I took out I kind of lost my chain of thought. So guys, the first chick from them down here, that's the pair I'm talking about. It had hatched out, and the second chick, it was like 2 days after that it started picking up, right? Picking up the egg. And I was talking to my friend, I said, yo, the chick hatch. Can't believe the chick hatch after 3 days. So when it started picking up, and these guys down here have some fertile eggs too. When it started picking up, guys, look at that, they look nice. I left it in the nest and it actually hatched. The chick hatched. It was very healthy, very active, and I'm saying very as in the past tense because it did end up passing away. And the reason for that, what I done, when it hatched, remember it hatched in this nest, I took out the bigger one, put it in a different nest, right? So I left it alone in the nest, but for some reason they wasn't feeding it, because remember the first chick actually hatched 3 days before, so they were feeding that chick very, very healthy and everything. So maybe because they were used to the bigger chick in the nest and I took out the bigger one and leave the smaller one that just hatched, they weren't feeding it, right? So that was the first step towards like the demise of that bird. So they weren't feeding it. I switched it over here because I had put the bigger one in this nest. Look at that, they're actually feeding, and this is like one of my #1 foster pair right there. So this is the nest that I had put the newborn one in. I'll soon show you this chick. This chick is from the red and that pretty color end that we're actually talking about. So this is the first chick that hatched out. Ooh, this looks like it's gonna be a yellow. It does look that way. There's something close to it, but I will soon take it up and show you. So I was saying, I put the younger chick in this nest, and these guys wasn't feeding it also. So I don't know if I didn't have enough patience, because I had left it in the first nest for half a day, and then that's when I noticed that, hey, these birds aren't really feeding it. So I switched it to this nest, right? And by the evening, the following morning, I looked at it and it didn't have feeding in its cross same way. So I don't know what really happened with those guys. And as you can see, there are more chicks all around. these guys' eggs will be hatching very soon. Let me see something here. Oh, it's okay. This is the only Chinese owl that I can actually touch its egg. The rest of them, once you approach, they are like that. Once you approach, they are always crazy. So I don't want to get off track. I'm trying to let you guys understand what happened. So the second chick, and I really should have had that product out here. So when I noticed that the chick wasn't getting enough fed, and these are other eggs that I'm expecting to hatch next weekend. Those are fertile too. A lot of increase, guys. So as I was saying, oh my, I maybe have drawn out the story a bit, but I gave the chick, because after noticing that it wasn't getting fed by them, I gave the chick very little of that new pigeon baby feed that we have. And trust me, I don't trust that one. I rather the first one that we had with the parrot on it. I don't trust the new one, because after giving the chick very little of it, as I said, guys, I went on the road. I wasn't here that Saturday. That was Saturday that had happened. So I wasn't here. And when I came back, it was late in the night, like after 12. So the following morning when I checked on the chicks, because I check on the chicks, like especially the younger chicks, I check on them literally every morning. And when I checked on it that morning, Saturday morning, the chick was dead. And I felt such a, whoa, look at this, guys. I felt such a way because the chick was so lively. The chick went through so much to actually survive after hatching out late. And as I said, guys, it was very healthy when it hatched out. Look at this. This is very nice. Let's see. The chick was very healthy, and I really wanted both of those chicks to survive, guys. That would have been so great, because with pigeons, you don't really get a good grasp of what a pigeon can show when they actually have one chick. Because look at this now. We don't know what the other chick would have been, what color it would have been, right? And that's the real thing about it. So when a pair of birds has two chicks, you can better understand what color they will show. Let's see this feather foot. Yes, that's nice. So this right here is from this pair, a very beautiful pair. They had one chick. This is their first chick. They had one before. It was in another nest and that chick died. So that's all in the game, guys. Sometimes that happens. Down here, I'm just trying to see if she has laid. Oh, yeah, she has. That's how they normally are. So as I said, the only one that I can really touch is that one up there. And over here, guys, this is another nest that I've used to foster at this time. So these guys had laid, but their eggs wasn't fertile. So I used the opportunity. So for that pair that is up there that we were talking about, the two browns, this is actually their chick. So this is the first chick from that pair also, that pairing. And guys, both of those guys have some crazy feather foot. So this chick is not gonna be anything normal, right? And as you can see, they will be turning back very soon and laying back very soon, before this bird is even out of nest. So guys, as I said, that's one of the techniques where you maximize. Let me see. You maximize on how much you can actually get from the birds in a breeding season, or in the time that they are actually breeding the right way. I find for my birds they breed better in the cooler time. They definitely do. Come on. So guys, chicks are coming up, and as I said, guys, I have 4 eggs right here that I'm expecting to hatch next weekend. So let's take a look at this chick. Actually, this chick does look like it's gonna have a bit of yellow. That's so exciting. Look at him. Ooh. Sorry. And as you can see, guys, he's being fed very nicely. And that's the thing with this type of chick. You notice that very little baby hair on it. Yeah, poop. It has very little baby hair on it. But look at that. Let's take a closer look. That definitely look like yellow, guys. That look there. It's either gonna be a yellow or a red, but I think, let's see, the last time somebody commented and said the other one was coming white, but this definitely is gonna have some color. I'm trying to get the best focus. Give me a second, guys. Come on, camera is giving me trouble here. So this one here, definitely like it's gonna have some color. So tell me what you think, guys. Do you think this is gonna be a yellow? Look at its wing right there. I think so. So let's see, and that might be a yellow male because this is the first one that hatched out. So that's a good look. Let's look under the underbelly. When you're checking the chicks, guys, it's a good idea to turn them over like this. Look at their legs. You want to see that their legs are okay and stuff like that. But chicks like this normally look this way in terms of with less baby hair and stuff. They look a bit more fragile and stuff. And if you notice, because this one right here that I was showing you before actually hatched the same day with this, and I think that one look a bit bigger, and you can see like he has a bit more energy. But these type of chicks, they tend to grow up, and then now as they're growing, they get the energy. They are a bit more fragile. So let's get him back in the nest. That's a really good look, and I'm telling you guys, I think that's going to be a yellow. Up here we have a pair of Chinese owls that have hatched out. Hey, easy yourself, Star. Where's the male? That's the male right there, this one. Yep. And that's his N. Over here, I know this one will be hatching before this weekend. As I say, I have 2 eggs here that is going to be hatching. Ooh, look at them, guys. Solid and pretty. That's how you want to see your eggs look. Check on these guys. And you know, I normally approach from the back. Ooh, these look still solid and pretty too. Yes, I really want to see what these guys are going to show. This is the male right here. And that's the female. I'm not going to trouble her. This is the male for this one. That's a female right there. And this is actually a daughter from the champagne. She, at the time, the champagne was paired with this purple color looking one. Yeah. So that's the dad for this pigeon. The mom is the champagne color. If you notice, her cat head looks similar to the dad. Dad has a lot of cat head. Yeah. So guys, a lot of good things going on. These guys over here, I recently took them out of the pairing part, dropped them over here. They were having a lot of problems in getting a nest box. Was constantly fighting with these two. So I watched them. I noticed that they were on this porch right here. I'm not sure if I pronounced that right. So I took a nest box from the ground, put it up there, and surely enough, they have settled on that nest box. What I've also found, guys, is that the Chinese owls, they're taking over the coop. As you can see, they're increasing at a rapid pace. And this is the thing now, every nest box that I put in, they take it over. This one had recently laid back. That's her chick right here. This beautiful chick. So you see, they already laid back. And over here we have another pair of Chinese owls that are trying to take this nest. I didn't even realize that they are laid, but they are laid. I need to test those eggs and see if they are fertile. Look at that beauty, guys. Look at her. The Chinese owls are such a beautiful pigeon. Like the type of them. They're little, unique, feisty, and just nice overall. These guys are going through their first feather change. As you can look at them, you can see, and that's good. Very beautiful, guys. Right now, guys, I can tell you, I don't even know how much chicks I have. This one right here with the thing on his head, I've been dressing it. It's surprising how big this chick is, and it's still squeaking. It's so surprising to me. This is a very big chick. Look at him. I've been dressing it. It's not rooted in its skull or anything. If you notice, the thing on his head is just moving around. Very soon I'm expecting that it will drop off. I don't want to tear it off because that will hurt the bird. Hear the bird squeaking, and it's so big. Look at that. That's surprising to me, guys. I'm hoping that thing will drop off its head very soon. I'm still dressing it. As you can see, it's just moving like that. So I think it's going to drop off very soon, but this bird is going to be a big bird. It's going to be very big. That's his dad over there, that big white one. So I guess he's definitely taking off his dad. So I think that's it for this loaf. But guys, there's still more to come. We're going around the other section. And even the champagne with the yellow, she has laid back also. So that's a very good look right there. A very good look. Very happy. Things are moving up along very fast. And as you can see up here, guys, let me just touch on what's going on with the other little cages. This one she has laid back. And I do believe that this pair of eggs is going to be fertile. I've tested one of them. I tested them already. I tested them this morning. One is showing fertility, but it's because it's the early stage. I don't even remember which day exactly they laid. So I'm going to give the other egg another day or two, test it, just to retest them and see that they are both fertile and okay. Right? But there are 2 eggs up here. I'll put this pot up here in here. This pair of powder, they were on the ground in this loaf over here, normally in the corner, right? I want them to be in this section because I definitely want them to be breeding. As you can see, the hen is on the nest. She haven't laid as yet, to my knowledge. I checked it this morning, but I think she'll be laying very soon. Very beautiful powder right here, guys. That's nice. So for this season, guys, we definitely want to maximize our breeding, our results. These guys haven't laid back as yet. I think they'll be laying very soon. Yeah, I gave them some antibiotics and stuff and medicine from the other day, so I'm hoping that when they lay back, it'll be good. And we know these guys. The chick that I was showing you, they are the parents for that chick, and show you guys that chick is not going to be anything normal. So today I'm actually going to trim up back these guys. So that's one of the things. Trim them up. You don't have to cut the tail depending on the fantail, right? But definitely you want to trim up their backside. I'm going to show you a very prime example. And what you'll notice is that all the birds in the breeding part here that I'm really working with, I don't have time to trim up every bird, but the birds that I really want the results from, they are all trimmed. I'm trying to see if I can get an angle to show this one. Come on. Hey. Okay. So you can see right there, it's all trimmed up, all of them. Even these guys when here before they actually lay back, they were trimmed, just to ensure that they have fertile eggs, guys. Right? I was showing you guys these chicks before. Chicks are coming up. That's very nice right there. They're on one egg. I know that egg is going to hatch very soon too. So pretty much what's going on over here. And as I show you guys, trying to breed the pouters for this season. We definitely want to get as much powder chicks. These guys have actually started treading back and making nests already. So I know very soon they're going to be laying back. It's a good look, guys. It's a good look. Now around here, give me a second. I had to pause the video for a second, guys. My little cousin was out here and his mom was talking to him. So that's one of the reasons why I rather to video on Sunday morning. On Sunday morning, people normally stay a bit later in their bed. So that's the ideal time. Today is Monday, you know, school and stuff. I don't know if today is holiday. I think they're going to be getting holiday sometime in this week. So that's why I normally like to video early Sunday morning before everybody gets up. But guys, as you can see right here, I had to make some more nest box. That's the thing. I tried to design the cub and build the cub in a sense to meet the needs of the birds. I don't really force the birds to adapt to the cub. Alright, so even though I built all of these nest box going up, some of the birds still wasn't going up. So I said, okay, I'm gonna build a tray of nest box down there, and surely enough, it has definitely helped. But we soon touch down there. Let's look at some chicks that is actually up here. And guys, I don't know if I'd mentioned it before. I haven't fed since morning. I haven't fed them as yet. I changed the water, but I haven't fed. I did some cleaning, but I haven't fed as yet. During the breeding season, guys, when you know you have a lot of extra birds and stuff, chicks and stuff, normally I feed my bird one time per day. All my birds is just one time per day. But for both big cub that I have in the evening, I give them like a small scoop. I don't want to give them too much, but you want to let them have something that they can actually feed the chicks before you come to feed the chicks. So therefore you don't want the chicks to be running out of feeding. So you see they still have some feeding, have some water in their craw and stuff. So during breeding season, guys, you don't want your cub to be out of feeding, out of water. That's a disadvantage to your birds and to your chicks. Now this one right here, guys, let's see if I can get a better lighting with a rooster in the background. Look at that. It's gonna be a nice color, red and white. Look at that. Yes. Seems there's gonna be some black too. Trying to get the best focus for it. But that's nice. That is nice. And look at the tail. Tail is gonna have some color. Yep. And this one right here, I know my friend is gonna be excited to see this. He likes when he see even a bit of the tail mark right there. He's gonna be excited for that. Because this end right here, actually this is the parents pair right here, both of them. And you can notice that the end is a very big end right there. And that's the male. Right? They have some feather foot too. And this one is coming from the bloodline that has the tail mark. This one has some nice feather foot. Look at that. So he has some color in its tail right there. As I said, my friend is going to be excited for that. He loves the tail marks. And that's one of the projects that we are working on too. Look at that, guys. Look at that. I didn't expect these guys to have so much feather foot. And that's the thing that I was telling you guys. Sometimes for the chicks, is as they grow, you will see the feather foot coming in like crazy. Because I didn't expect to see so much feather foot on this chick. Okay, put him back. This one here have a nice color to come in. I think that's nice. Have some color in its tail and stuff. Yeah, it's a good look, guys. It's a very good look. Last year there was a point where I really wasn't getting any increase. And I'm very thankful right now for how the birds are doing, how well they are doing. Up here, you can see these birds already start making use of the nest box. I think this one is paired with that frill down there though. Some people will be so excited to see what they're going to produce, but I don't expect them to produce something out of the ordinary. It's maybe going to be something with a bit of a straight tail, might be a unicolor duck. This one was born a recessive white, so it's coming from the reds, and it had very little baby ear, but surprisingly it came white. But further down the line, we're definitely going to be working with this bird to see what it will produce. Let's see what's going on here. This one is laying down in the nest. This is a male, but I don't see his hen. Down here, these guys are on eggs. Looking good too. The eggs are looking very good. Yep. So much going on, guys, in a short period of time. Over here too, this is a female. No, this is a female. Maybe she wants to help foster those eggs. This is the male right here. He has paired with this one. Ah, come on. Yeah, she's on 2 eggs. I'm gonna test those eggs to see if they're fertile. Down here, 2 white chicks. There's so many chicks, guys. And this is how I've designed these nest box down here. Ideally, I wanted this section to go fully under like how it's down there, but up here was a bit tight. Maybe this box wasn't laid or put in perfectly leveled, so that's why you have that problem. But it's very good. So there's about 5 nest box down here, and even up here, if I was to add any more nest box, it would be something similar to this down here. But I don't think I need any more nest box right now, guys. There's a lot of nest box in here. Let's see. Here, the Chinese owl. There's a Chinese owl, and she's paired with a frill. This frill up here. They paired on their own. Look at this black fantail right here, guys. We have always wanted to get some black fantails. That's one of the projects, like one of the back burner projects. But that pigeon is going to come in very handy too. This other one here looking very nice. Birds are so beautiful, guys. So that black one down there is going to come in handy. I think I'm curious to see this project come true. They're on 2 eggs. This is that up here. I'm curious to see what those chicks will look like. And I'm pretty sure those eggs are fertile too. I don't want to touch her. She's one of the feisty ones. Down here, we have more chicks. More chicks. Oh! Look at that. And these are coming dark colors. Look at that, guys. These are definitely going to be dark colors. They want some more feed though. If I had the right feeder, if I had the feeder that I trust, I would actually mix some and actually come and feed them. But I don't trust that feeder that I have now. But I know when I come and do the feed this morning, they're gonna feed them. Down here, everybody's trying to find a little space for themselves. And these ends are so let's see, so bright, because those two actually pair, and this blue bar end is deciding that she's joining the mix. And as you can see, she's very brave and she's not giving up. She's joining the mix. These guys over here are on 2 eggs too. I need to check those eggs to see if they're fertile. But that's what's going on, guys. Breeding like crazy, and this is one of the more important tips right here. Have as much nest box as possible, because without the nest box you're not going to get that maximum result. Some of the birds are going to be laying on the ground, some of them not laying any at all because they don't have any nest box. So once you have enough nest box, then definitely you'll be maximizing your breeding. Let me get back up here, guys. want to get outside, out of your way. That's it, guys. A really good look right there. Really good look. That one is actually forcing his head to go back to nest. But the chicks are in the nest. They really should just get a different nest. Normally birds like to lay in at least 2 nests. This one, guys, it's just always posing for the camera. Let's see how close I can go. Look at her eyes. She's just such a cutie. Definitely going to be dropping her into breeding very soon. Very soon, guys. Look how close this one is. With his big old tail. Okay, so we're approaching the end for this week, but I'm definitely going to go around there and touch on the yellow and the champagne, show the white chick that is coming up with some crazy feather foot. And as I said, guys, they are back on eggs already. Very happy about that. And then now down at the other section we have, there's just a lot going on, guys. There's just a lot. Yep, look at that, guys. I've put some medicine in the water. From day to day I wasn't giving them medicine because I know the hen was very soon to lay. So when I know the hen is going to lay very soon, I don't give them medicine. I hold off. So now that she has laid, I've put some medicine in the water. I want to reach that chick, but he's very far. So I'll soon come back to him. Down here, these guys' chicks are looking very good too, and their tail are so big but very nice, and their tail isn't being messed up with their wing, which is strange and very good. Normally when you have big tails like this, the wing tend to mess it up, but I'm watching it very closely. Like that one right there, you can see it start itching in it, and it kind of twists in the tail. So I might have to clip the wing a bit. I don't want to clip it too soon though. As you can see, the feathers are getting their strength, the tail feathers. So I don't want to clip it too soon, but I don't want it to mess up the tail either. Up here, there's this pair of frill. So guys, we're trying to breed as much of everything for this season, guys. As I tell you guys, look, they're taking back nests already. So that's a very good look. By the time those chicks start to come up that I have from them now, they'll be back on eggs. And all of them is trimmed up. They are trimmed. So I know very, very well that it's going to be fertile eggs. Big guy. I can't wait to get some more yellow and champagnes from them, but guys, I'm just patient. I'm just patient with the birds. Let's see if I can reach this guy. Come on. Hey, big mama. Why are there 1 egg? Isn't there supposed to be 2? I need to check that when I'm finished. I think that should have been 2 eggs. I'm just hoping it's not 1 egg that they lay. Oh God, I can't reach that one right now, guys. I can't reach it right now. Yeah, I'm gonna pause the video and reach him. Look at that size tail, guys. And that one right there. This one I'm gonna have to pay attention to. Might definitely have to clip that wing right there. See that? That's what I was running from. So if you notice, this one, its full tail is growing, so it's less likely for that to happen. But with this one now, in the middle of its tail is not growing as yet. The middle of its tail is not growing as yet. So that's what I was running from. the wing itching in that section right there and end up messing up the tail. I'm definitely gonna avoid that. I'm gonna clip the taller wing feathers to avoid that problem. But look at the size of the for little chicks. Look at the size of the tail. Whoa. Okay, give me a second, guys. I'm gonna pause the video. Okay. So I actually paused the video and checked. She's actually on 2 eggs. The other egg was more under it, so it's actually 2 eggs. So that's very good. Very good. And here's the chick. Hey. Look at that, guys. Look at that. That's so nice, guys. Hey, don't go in the mess. Let me get you back in. That's looking very good, guys. Very, very good. So, guys, I'll definitely catch you next week. Hope you enjoyed the video. Hope you find a tip that is helpful to you. And I'd say, guys, catch you next week.